Morning, everyone. 9:30. Just doing a bit of packing. Thought I'd do it live. Only got 4 things to do, but I thought I'd whip through them. Hope I'm not on mute. No, I'm all right. Right, so first thing I've got is it's a fat face long sleeve t-shirt with a squirrel on, which is rather nice. I keep all my stuff in plastic bags, but when I send it, it gets sent in a poly mailer, but I don't send a plastic bag. What I do is it comes out into this sort of packing paper. It's a sort of a little bit more environmentally friendly. Probably getting a whole load of rustling now. And I reuse the bag I keep it in. So it's already pre-folded. Hi Ben, hi Rosie, hi Chris, and hi Kelly, how you doing? Yeah, just doing a little bit of packing. Oh, sorry, are you going live, Kelly? Or was that only on a Monday? Yeah, I'm just coming on, really. Pete mentioned that he might want to come on, Peter Ray. So I don't know whether he'll be... I've sent him the link if he's around and wants to come on for a chatter. He might be busy, though, I don't know. Hi, Karin. Hi, Jeff. Yeah, a little bit of morning chat. Just got 4 things to pack. And... yeah, just doing packing a clothes item. I say I keep them in those clear bags, Karin, that everyone has, but I don't send the clear bag. And the good thing is, because I store them in this, when they sell, I can just slip them out as long as I don't pull them out and ruin all the not lovely folding that I did whenever I listed it. And then they just are easy to. It's a bit easier on a table, to be honest. But it's easy to he's struggling with this. Let me put this up here. Jesus. It's easy to pack it. You're going to be here picking up a load of rustling. Oh, mark it up and move it on. That's a new name. Where have I put my sellotape? Where's that gone? That's ridiculous. I bought it in. Come on, brain, work. I know it's in here because I bought it. This is another thing I need to do today is tidy up. Right, let me think about this. Hang on. Did I bring it in? Oh, I did bring it in. There it is. Yeah, it's up on one of my stock shelves, of course. Hi, Rachel B. Hi, C. Reeves, Joan. Pink Harpy, hello. How you doing? What were we chatting about the other day? Pink Harpy, was it asthma? I think it was asthma, wasn't it? Controlling asthma, which is always tricky. Professional packing, yeah. But I love this kind of packing paper, this light stuff. You get it in. It's the light stuff you get in boxes of shoes and all that kind of stuff. So there we go. That's a lot easier to do on the table, but that is what will be presented to the customer. It goes in a A4 poly mailer, and that will be a large letter. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And I dispatch twice. My dispatch time is 3 days. And normally that allows me to dispatch on a Tuesday and a Friday. But of course, there's a bit of flexibility in that. And sometimes you need that if someone has said, oh, can you dispatch it straight away? And also, like the Tuesday to the Friday is 3 days. So if I go Tuesday morning and something sells, then it gets done on the Friday. But the Friday back round to the Tuesday is actually 2 days. So if I wanted to, I could go on the Wednesday. So there's always that little bit of flexibility around there, which is always nice. I used to do 1 day. I think I might have done same day dispatch at one point. All trying to get that little eBay badge. Not worth it. Out of all the things you might want to do to impress eBay or impress your customers, don't worry about dispatch time. Like, there's two things I would say: dispatch time and free postage. Don't bother with. Don't worry. Don't beat yourself up. When I gave up my same day dispatch or 1 day dispatch, and I went to 3 days, it's so great getting down the post office with your however many items you got, 30, 40, 10, 20, whatever, and then getting home thinking, thank God I haven't got to do that for the next 2 days. So then you can focus on like listing or sourcing or whatever. So there we go. Large letter, probably about 70 grams. I'll go and weigh that a bit later. Right, my next one, I don't know where Peter Ray is. He's maybe a little bit busy, but there you go. Sold a Wii. So I was testing it this morning. Hang on, someone's coming up the stairs. I don't want anyone coming in now. You all right? Yeah, you sure?
I just need to have an extract because I bought it.
All right.
And he said, I'm using this
All
one.
right.
And it wasn't
I'll come down in a bit, yeah. Okay, try and chill out, yeah? 5 days dispatch. Yeah, that's fair enough. Did I get Chris Tyler? Did I get rid of the pea smell? It wasn't pea smell. It was weed smell, as in marijuana. And I haven't looked at them, to be honest. Right. This Wii, the hinge has gone on the door, but I did put that in the listing, so we should be right. I'm just going to put a little bit of sellotape around it. Did I say hello to everyone? I hope so. If I haven't said hello to you, say hello. Or tell me to say hello. Hello, everyone. Right, packing away. So, yeah, this week was a Facebook Marketplace pickup, which I picked up just over a week ago, actually. So I bought the Wii, 2 controllers and nunchucks, Wii Fit board, Mario Kart, and a wheel, original Nintendo wheel. And they had it on for £55. And I would never have entertained the thought of getting something like that for £55 a while ago, or even going near it. Hello, fan Simon. Sorry, watching the adverts. I didn't think they came on lives because I thought the whole thing had to go and be vetted by YouTube. I feel a little bit ashamed about all these ads. I suppose I shouldn't do really, because I've only put it on the default options, but I did have a comment from someone else going, it's a great video, but there are loads of blooming ads on it, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, were there? I just, clicked default options. I didn't choose splatter it with adverts. But there you go. Anyway, so yeah, on Facebook Marketplace, it was 55 quid. It was probably about like 5 miles away from me. And I just messaged her and said, could you do 40? And she went 45. And I went, no, 40. And I got it for 40. And I've basically taken the Wii console and one of the remotes. I've added a couple of games that I've picked up for, I think they cost like 30p each to it. So kind of nice games with it. And I've sold it for 50 quid plus postage for that. So Mario Kart on the wheel will probably go for about 25. And the Fitboard might go for, it's box, so it might go for 25, 30. I've kind of missed the boat a little bit on some of these, but there you go. Okay, I'll try and keep an eye on the chat. I'm not very good at listing and looking at the chat. Well, God knows what I'm going to be like for packing. Most of my stuff I sold was letterbox size. Oh, that's handy. Yeah, I know a lot of people who do that. Right. I'm at the end of my large bubble wrap. So it's not even on the roll. I think I'll put a game either side just to give it a little bit more support. This is going to be fun. You suddenly hear a crash and I drop the ball. Oh, yes, I've been doing quite a few because I'm on a bit of a sourcing tip at the moment. A sourcing frenzy because this won't even cut. What's wrong with that? Me and Damien have sort of had a bit of a sourcing challenge. Although really, it's not a competition. It's like, you know, Nick's doing another listing challenge with Derek, and they're great because it just gives you that little bit of focus to. I mean, you should have the focus anyway to go out and get stuff, but it's that little bit of impetus to go, right, come on, let's sort this out. So what we're going to do, I haven't told him this actually, but like the plan was we were kind of talking about going through it after my List 5 Live on Monday, what we got. But I've got quite a bit of stuff, so I think it would just be overload if I List 5 Live and then do that. So I might spend my List 5 Live hour, like from 11 o'clock, going through everything I sourced since we started the challenge, which was kind of like last Monday. Does that sound right? Or maybe the Monday before. It gave us basically 2 car boots worth and midweek to get as much as we can. And yeah, I did all right at my car boots. I know Damien's got some bits. So we've both done kind of individual hauls anyway, so it might be a bit of repetition, but I'm just going to sort of take photos of it and just talk through it and talk through what I paid and what my thought was and all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, it'd be good. I mean, I love seeing what other people get. I mean, that's what people really love to see, isn't it? Okay, that's the first bit done. So that's the main unit in the games. I'm going to have to make sure I get absolutely everything in here. Now I'm going to send it in a wine box. I will brown paper it, but I love wine boxes. And the reason I love wine boxes, as he drops the wheel remotes, is that almost all of them are just under 16. Put it the right way. Just under 16. Did that just zoom in? If it did, I don't know how I did it. Yeah, just under 16 centimetres. 99% of wine boxes are under 16 centimetres. So ideal small parcel. Okay, it's good for shoes. It's good for loads of stuff. You know, I sell loads of stuff this sort of size. The other good thing about these is cut them. If you cut them here and shrink them down, you get a nice little double-walled, you know, box that sort of width, which is nice. Or just cut straight across here and squish it onto each other, and you've got a nice little kind of boxy box. The only thing with these is that they do have perforations on, and you know, so normally the Sainsbury's I get mine from have been opened, but I tend to just sort of pull off the lid here. I normally get a knife or something, pull off the lid, and I'll tape it either side. So just a little bit of tape for a free box. You know, I don't mind wasting a bit of packing tape. So anyway, let's get on and do this one. So yeah, just opening him up. Who else have we got in? So, oh, Mike's has a beard now, does he? Hi, Julie. So the Cellar Ladies are on later, which I've been dipping into, which has been good. Whose channel is it on, Karim? I saw one of those questions about Dear Deirdre about someone's just started dating someone, but lockdown's going on, and so it's like a proper agony aunt kind of thing. There's also resellers with the things they might want to ask Deirdre, I wager. Pink Carpet's doing the challenge with Mel. Yeah, it's 25, 25. I'm all for any sort of target. I'll cook it up in the morning, and if I do one, it's fabulous because it's something. Like every step is a step towards a goal. So it doesn't matter whether it's like 1, 10, 50. It doesn't matter. It's some progress. Yeah, the old yellowtail. I have my favourite types of wine box. I think McEwan's is another one, another favourite. It's slightly different colour, slightly different types of wine box. Yeah, I really didn't think you got ads on them. Yeah, I have no idea how it all works, as you probably know. Another suggestion I've had is I forget who did it, but they Golden Retro. I think it was an Aussie reseller. Said in my last video, all I need is a title and some nice sort of intro music, and I could be just like George Ross, which is, it should be my goal in life. But I know exactly what he's saying, and I've been saying that. I'm probably lying, but when I get to 1,000 subs, I'll put a little bit of polish on the channel. And now I'm there, I'm thinking, oh, can't be bothered. But I think I will do. But George's channel is great. He had Nick on the other day, and that was a good old chat. And I think he sold his bottom. So if you've seen his channel, you'll know what I'm talking about. He hasn't sold his soul, he's sold his bottom. But I hope I'm not revealing any secrets. We'll probably be doing a video about all of that, so definitely watch that. George just sold his bottom. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly tape up the perforations. Yes, all my children are busy doing their schoolwork at the moment. Liz is at work. We've just got back from a little walk around the block. We go for just a 20-minute walk in the morning just to get out, which is quite nice. Clears the head a bit. I'll get an advert. Hang on a minute, I'll take this off. I hope you can still hear me. You should do, because I think I'm on that mic. But if I'm on this mic, I'm stuck. Do let me know. I could just check my no one's saying anything. I'm hoping there's a lag. Or perhaps everyone's just gone. Yes, yes, you can hear me. Okay, cool. It was almost a disaster. Almost a disaster again. Oh, thanks, Julie. Thank you. I always get a little bit kind of lose track of what mics I've got. I've just got my headset mic, which I put on as my earphones because it's I've got other earphones, but it's the one with the longest lead. So, and I've also got my webcam mic, and now I've got my new mic about a month ago or so. There goes. Hang on a minute.
Because I'm in a mood and I don't know what it is. He's upset because he couldn't find his literacy sheet, and now he's getting all angry at me for something. No.
Charlie. Oh, blimey. Actually, I don't actually need these on because Pete's not in it, so I'll take these off. But yes, apparently one of my children is arguing with another one of my children. Okay, so just a bit of tape on either side of the perforation. Like I say, I don't mind going through tape. I never kind of think, I never think that's too much tape or that's too much bubble wrap because, you know, the kind of expected things you're going to use, aren't they? Posh voice. Was it a posh voice? It goes into Hyacinth's bouquet mode. It's like 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, may I help you? And then they go, all right, Mum. She goes, all right. So there you go. Right, okay. Scrunch newspaper in the bottom. Probably the best filler you can have. So it's like it's all about the. It's like a car with, you know, crush ability. You know, if that was on maybe a solid bit of cardboard and it got a whack, it'd probably do more damage than if you've got some crush room. So 3 little balls in the bottom of there. I'll get the main unit in. Now I'm just going to make sure I've got absolutely everything here. So remotes, no batteries. And I had to reset this Wii this morning. I went into it and it had the parental lock on. And if you ever get a Wii and it's got parental controls, because I normally reformat the system, so it's like factory reset. If you ever go into a Wii and it's got parental controls, there is a way of getting rid of the parental controls. You basically just say to, I've forgotten the code, and then you go to a website and it gives you like a master key code. So if anyone ever needs to do that and they're not sure, you can either search it on YouTube or you can drop me a message and I'll show you how to do it or let you know. Right. I'm gonna pack the power supply on its own, I think. It's all got tangled up. My fear is I forget like part of what I'm sending. Okay. Yeah, I've taped large parcels and absolutely covered it in tape. Like, yeah, I'm talking large as in, it's Peter Ray. He's turned up. Now I need to find my earphones, which I've just taken off. Where's they go? Follow the wire, follow the wire, follow the wire. There they are. Do. Let's add him in. Hello, Peter.
Hello.
How's it going? You all right?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Yourself?
Yeah, just getting some bits done.
I'll just check the volume on here.
What you got planned for today?
Today, I'm picking up some magazines.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 12 magazines. We've got packaged this item, pair of Wrangler trousers.
I think you're a little bit loud. I don't know whether it's just me. If your chat can let us know. But
Yeah, I can't tell, to be honest.
I don't know whether I'm quiet or he's loud.
On the phone.
He's blown my eardrums out, cleared them out this morning.
We'll get you down a bit.
But oh, that's good. Sort of normal bits and bobs.
Yeah,
You listen,
never
got-
edit a video. Mm.
I've got to get some stuff listed because I want to get like a good amount listed before this weekend's boot fairs start again.
Yeah.
You know, otherwise it just starts piling up and piling up. So yeah, this is like the two Ronnies, but it's the two Petes.
Indeed, yep.
Have you found boot fairs? I mean, what's your sort of, you know, tactic for when you do you have a kind of thought of like I'm going to do this, that, or
Not particularly, no. I just
because
go
definitely
in and
see what's
yeah,
there.
normally I just shift in and just see what's what.
Well, I've definitely changed a little.
If I can spot something.
Yeah, it's still a bit loud, I think. I'm very much. I used to go in and used to try and haggle the price, and I'm doing that
Yeah.
less now. And go. I mean, it's weird when people say you should go for more expensive stuff, and it's all very well, but it's not always there. It's not always you sort of see a, you know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
something you know is good. It's weird looking at other people's car boot videos because I've looked at some and thought, God, that it looks like there's loads of really good stuff there, and there aren't that many buyers. And you always sort of think the grass is greener on the other side, but you know you can't do anything about it. All you got to do is go to your ones and do the best you can at your ones. And it's probably just a thing of like you're looking at it and
I try not to compare to other people though.
you can't do it. You can't do it.
No, you can't. No.
Yeah, Lisa, it's Peter and Peter. There's so many Peter resellers. There's Pete's Retro Collectibles, and there's at least 4 or 5, I think. Is he a Pete as well?
Yeah. Hi. Yep. He's apparently so. What people are saying, he's yeah. Yeah,
really-
quite a few, yeah.
It's really weird because I went through all the school and I didn't know any other Petes. There were like loads of Matthews and loads of
Yeah, I know a few Pete, yeah.
Marks and things, but I didn't know any Petes at all. Right, that's power supply. So pop that in. This should fit in this box. I'm sure I've packed away in a wine box before.
All right. Looks like Andrew sold his only 40 horses kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
He had the only 40 horses trotter band in his box. He got 79 quid out of it.
Oh, that's all right, isn't it?
Yeah. Everyone's selling stuff this morning. George has sold his big arse.
Yeah, no, I was just mentioning that. I can't wait to see if he does a video about that. It should be funny.
Oh, he will. I guarantee it.
How much did he?
I haven't seen his video on the boot sale anyway. Brandon picked it up. I'm so far behind.
Yeah, no, I was watching that yesterday. Lots of really good stuff. I mean, George's video, that was the one I was thinking. It didn't look that packed. I mean, you know, our one, it was not many sellers, but a hell of a lot of buyers. But it could just be that it was the social distancing thing. So, you know, maybe I got a wrong kind of impression of it. But yeah, really good stuff he picked up, as always. So
yeah, as always he does. Yeah, definitely.
He's good at what he does.
Oh yeah.
Lisa J is saying, does anyone know which are the biggest boot sales in the UK? I don't really know. I mean, I just look at my local ones and research which are the biggest around here and go to all of them just to try them out. And you'll probably, I don't know where you live, but you'll probably find within 30 miles of where you live, there'll be a big boot fair, you know, I imagine. Unless you're in the Outer Hebrides or somewhere, but you know, it should be all right. I'm just going to stick the wires in like that. I don't really worry about wrapping them at all. Squeeze them in. And then...
Oh, there we go. Hello to everyone on the chat.
Oh, you got it.
See it now. Yeah.
I'm going to wrap
Hello,
these.
Julie, my everyone.
Let's wrap these individually. Busy.
Yeah.
I've got 4 things to wrap, so I thought it'd be nice to. I don't normally do these wrapping videos. Sounds like I'm a rap star.
All right.
But yeah. So I mean, like I say, with jumble sales, boot fairs, I've definitely been more going and not. I think I used to go in. I used to think I want to get something for £2 and sell it for whatever. I want to get something for £2, but when I went to the one midweek, first thing I bought was like a £20 item, and at Hook I got home, and I took about £220 with me, I think, and I got back and looked at how much I had, and I had £40, and I was like, hey, and I thought, hang on a minute, have I dropped some money, or have I given someone 220s or something like that? I was a little bit like, that can't be right. But then I went through it, and because I'd been at one store and spent £30, been another one spent £20, I was like, oh yeah, it's right, so just hopefully I haven't overpaid, but I don't think I have.
It all mounts up though, doesn't it? Yeah.
Well, it all mounts up, yeah, exactly, yeah. But I really have been like, I've got to get in there. It's been such a long time out of
tell me about it, yeah.
Out of it, just got to get in there and
I'm about to have it, yeah.
Yeah. Right, how am I going to do this? Let's do the.
You got to go to your boot sales and just kind of do your best and just get in there. I know it's hard because obviously we haven't been for one in a long time, but just get back in the routine where you used to go most of the week to just get in there and just.
Well, I was a little bit
social distancing.
I was a little bit worried.
People peering over your shoulder and stuff.
Oh yeah. But I was a little bit worried I might be rusty. About what to find, or it might not be there.
But
it's things like shoes and things. I never used to pick up that many shoes. And I mean, do you have a kind of figure in your head when you're going around of? Yeah, because mine's for shoes and trainers, it's around about £5, but then it could be 10 or 15 if I know if it's like a pair of DMs or something.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, you still haggle if you can, but it's like, yeah, well, it's I know it's all right to go up to that because I know what they can get. And it's stuff like Weezers, well, I used to think, £10 max, but my whole thing on that's changed. I mean, like last year, I think I turned down I turned down a box weave for 25, and I'm sure it had games and stuff. And I
did, yeah.
I'm totally different on amounts I pay, and because you got to. I mean, I think even if you make a mistake, the majority of stuff you're going to get is going to be all right. So it's worth taking the chance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I've learned not to be so picky anyway. Now,
right,
quite picky. Before it all started off, and now last few months I've gone no. That's it. I've got to be not too picky.
Yeah,
when you books have black charity shops, go in there.
Well, it's the chance. If the quality is there, it's worth taking the chance on the money. Mm-hmm. One thing you don't want to do is get desperate buying rubbish, because that's the sort of stuff you be. So it's like if you go somewhere and there seems to be nothing there, and you suddenly see I don't know, a bit of rubbish, a bit of Primark clothing, and it's 50p. It's not even worth buying it for 50p because you're going to get stuck with it, or most of the time. Yeah. So the worst thing you could do is buy cheap tat to fill up stuff. You're better off.
Yeah, I've had a habit about years ago doing that. I know, like first started, and like first year or so, you used to kind of do that. To get into the habit of going, I need to get something from wherever. But if I don't get anything, or don't get a lot, fair enough. Yeah,
well, that's it. Yeah, the worst thing you can do is buy badly.
Yeah, there's always other opportunities to source elsewhere.
Well, that's another thing. A reason where sort of thing that I've changed. I'm a lot more looking at it constantly, and since the boot fair's been started, I've already been to 3. But I've been on the. I woke up this morning and I was on Facebook Marketplace, and there was a Power Rangers bundle, and when it says free, but it's not free. So it's
no, you have to look down the listing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a Power Rangers bundle, and it said, Ludington free. So I was like, is this still available? I'd really like to pick this up. Look, I can do it today. And then she replied, going, you do know it's not free. And then I actually looked at it, and it said something like, this costs over £200 new, so sensible offers accepted. And I'm like,
that's why I always got to double check.
Oh no, I didn't
do it. Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely, I'm if I see something, I'm like, is this still available straight away? Because I don't care if I've made a mistake on, looking at something. It's foot in the door. Get the foot in the door in first. So.
No. Yeah, just trying to find those good items.
Right, who else we got? Da-da-da.
Oh, hello, sorry.
Oh no, that's all right. I need a cup of tea actually. Hi Gary, how you doing?
Who's in the channel and say hello?
Cheddar, Cheddar.
Hello.
I went to see the Stone Roses in Pilton when they did a live gig in about 1996, I think. And we heard about it because we knew someone who knew their manager. And we drove down from where I live down to Pilton, which is near Glastonbury kind of way. And or near Bristol. And it was nuts. They had dodgy supporting, and it was a completely secret gig. It was fantastic. First gig they've done since since they was at Manchester time. It was like their first gig, and it was incredible. But then we went to Cheddar afterwards, next day. So that's brilliant. Right, I think we're done here. So squeeze in this little remote, and I don't know if you can see that. So we've got a wee remote in there. We've got the nunchuck down the side there. That's the sensor bar. That's the power pack. That's the TV lead there. Yeah. And we've got 2 games and the unit. And I'm just going to pack it round with some newspaper. What's going on in the news? This is all metros and stuff. Oh, almost forgot that, which is a little SCART adapter. So,
they're all remembering these bits and pieces, yeah.
Yeah, they probably don't actually need that bit. But yeah, just.
Yeah, mate.
So just a bit on top, and where I can, I'll just squidge a bit down the side. If there's room.
Yeah.
Do you buy a lot of packing materials, or do you try and get it free, Pete?
Looks like, mate, I can't hear you. You're scrunching.
Sorry, mate.
Loud.
Do you buy a lot of packing materials, or do you try and get a lot of stuff free?
No, I try and get it free, yeah. Yeah, because obviously when my mum was working, she worked in a toy shop, so she got a lot of packaging free. And then I've got a friend who does Avon, so she got a load of boxes, so we get that every few weeks. So she gets a whole load of stuff, yeah.
Oh, got Mr. Diggs.
Sometimes I buy like small packages online, but most boxes I get free, 95%.
Cool.
Even did resort to go on Facebook Marketplace look for boxes locally.
Yeah.
But I didn't come up anywhere. Because when I try and do a purchase on Facebook, collect something, I try and look locally. Plus, I try and pay PayPal, friends and family. Because I can print off a PayPal receipt.
Yeah, I don't bother with that.
Well, I don't really do packing out.
Sorry if I'm rustling again. I was going to put a little bit more newspaper down the side. How have your sales been recently? A little little bit nervous about that side bit. There we go. You never have too much packing.
No, it doesn't matter. As long as it's safe.
So I'll brown paper that later on, so it will be covered in. I don't send them out like this, or but very rarely. Occasionally, you get a nice wine box that is pretty plain and you know
Indeed,
don't have much on it. But this, I wouldn't want to send it like this.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go.
Okay. Yeah, I had the one today to do.
I'll tell you what I've got to do as well. I can do that while I'm sitting down. I'll be back in a second.
Right, I'll look at your chat. Hello, the chats. Adrian, Laurel, Neil. Hello. How's everyone? I've just been packaging one item, a pair of jeans. Apart from that, busy. Videos later. Do check it all out. I'm pretty sailing at the weekend. More videos to come from there. How's everyone doing this morning? As long as you can hear me, okay. Rosie's in, Indie Chick, Aid, Paul C. Let's have a look in there. See you, mate. Cool.
I've got Laura Eccleston in. Hi Neil, how you doing?
Okay.
Thanks for your comments on my video, very useful. Adrian, Mr. Diggs, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Who was this? Hey. Yeah, I've got car boots this weekend. Got one tomorrow. Got one on Sunday. Rain's due on Sunday though, so it might be tricky. And then one next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Next thing I'm packing is this beast.
Ooh.
It's sold originally for 105, which can't be bad. And then they cancelled because they did. Even though I put in the listing, it's only got 2 of the 5 minifigures. They didn't read it, so I relisted it for 110, which was my original price.
Right.
And someone else has bought it for 110. And I've sent them 2 messages now saying, "Thanks for your purchase. Just to confirm that you know that it's got 2 minifigures, 3 of them, you know," and I haven't replied. So I've given them, I mean, it says it in the description, says it in the conditions, shows it in the photos. I've sent them 2 messages. If they suddenly message me and say, it's only got 2 figures, it will be, yes, it said that. If you want to, I've got it all planned in my head in advance. If you do want to return it, you can open a refund, choosing the reason, change mind. And, you know, i.e. it's not an INAD, but there you go. We'll see what happens. They might. It's just me fearing the worst. Typical glass half empty. But they might get it and be thrilled.
Like that. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just going to take this to bits. I started doing this yesterday, so we kind of got a half. And again, I use those. I do send it in these clear bags. That I've got. It'll go in there, and then in a box. But yeah, I build all my Lego. Firstly, I check all the bits, like using the bits at the back of the instruction manual, and then it gets built to show it off to sell it. You know, that is, I don't think there's any point selling a kit and just showing a pile of Lego. So you'll always. I mean, it does take time. Something like that would have taken me probably about 3 or 4 hours to build. But you just got to treat it like it's weird. I used to quite enjoy building Lego, but when you're doing it because it's part of your job, it's not that enjoyable. So there you go. Hi Nia, how you doing? Back from the corner shop.
Who's that?
Right, DMH. That's a good question. So what happened with the case of the person who refused delivery? The backstory behind that is there was a Sylvanian family's house, big old thing, hotel, Regency Hotel it's called. It's £200 sale. I sent it off. Buyer changed their mind after it was dispatched. Opened a case, and I said to them, "You got to put change mind," and they did put change mind. And when you put change mind, the responsibility is on the buyer to sort out the postage, and it being GSP, it's obviously more difficult to sort out for a massive pack. If it was like a tiddly thing, postage to France or whatever, fine. This was to France, by the way, so I suppose out of all the foreign options, that is probably, it's not, out of Mongolia. But well, I got eBay. She raised the case. I got eBay to look at it, and because she chose change mind, because she hadn't uploaded tracking details, eBay found the case in my favour. And then I got a couple of messages which I wasn't expecting, because I thought the case was closed, all communication was stopped, so it's not an open case that she can sort of link messages to. But I got a couple of messages, and then it kind of stopped. So yeah, it looked like it was all right and worked out fine. But I was either expecting an appeal or expecting a PayPal case, and I'm keeping an eye on my PayPal. Now, I don't often go into PayPal normally. I normally do everything through eBay, and I don't go into my email link with PayPal that often. But I'm making a point of going in, a couple of times a week, just in PayPal, just going into the resolution centre, see if there's any open cases. Because if she did open something in there, I would have to. I think I would have to action it in a week. I'm not too sure the timescale. I'd have to do an action quite fast to either sort of say, accept the case. And if I didn't do that, it could automatically be found in her favour. So, yeah, just keeping a bit more of an eye on that. And the trouble is with PayPal is, I think they have a 12-month window to open a case. It's a long old time. So I'm going to have to keep popping in for about a year. But it's no bad thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
So there we go. That's the latest with that.
Fair enough.
Nia, what have you got from the corner shop? Do let everyone know. Is it
corner shop? Fair enough.
Is it like a Snickers or something?
Yeah, I was thinking Mars bar, but depending what type of chocolate they like. Cool.
So you're going down to the Surrey Car Boot Fair tomorrow, yeah?
I am indeed, yes.
Yeah, get there early. They don't really. You can rock up at any time, really. I mean, I know they have opening times, but the gates open. You can drive in whenever you. I've been there and been there way too early. So, if you're keen,
I've not been for a long time, but yeah,
that's good.
You used to go quite a lot.
I mean, it's the same old faces a lot of the time, but I bought a couple of good things I got there. Is I got 3 rolls of vintage 70s wallpaper, which ended up, I think they sold for like 70, they called 50p or something. And it was orange and brown flowers. It was really kind of typical 70s. And it sold for 70 or 80 quid. I got a Spectrum down there, which was nice, a ZX Spectrum. Like not a rubber key one, like the hard key. Spectrum Plus, I think it was. I got some other bits and bobs down there. It never seems quite as good as Hook, but the good thing is it's just.
I don't think it will be, because obviously they say it's a dad job for car boots.
Yeah,
well, they say it, but
sometimes it's good. And sometimes
you've got to try these things.
Yeah, sometimes it's good and sometimes it isn't. And I mean, the weird thing is, sometimes you can go in there. There's hardly any like this weekend. There was like 8 rows, and we've been in there, and there's you might have like, I don't know, 60 rows. Really, it's been a lot bigger, but it doesn't necessarily. Sometimes there can be like less cars, and you get more stuff. So you never can tell.
Correct. Yeah, you never know who's going to talk and sell stuff.
Yeah.
Sell. Just a chance you've got to take.
Damien's in.
Yeah.
How's the sourcing going, Damien? I was going to say what I'm going to suggest for doing our show and tell is I'm going to take some photos of mine, mainly because I won't be able to bring it all in, and some of the stuff will probably be in quarantine. But I'm going to spend, rather than do my List 5 live and then do show and tell, I'm going to dedicate the List 5 live to my finds, and then we're going to flip over to DB Resale's channel, and look at what he's got. And I hope that's all right.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Indy Chick's in.
Sounds
Hi,
good.
Indy.
Yeah, she was in there. Yeah, I've chatted to her.
I need to do a bit of yoga. I need some mind, body, calm yoga. If anybody needs a little bit of, I wake up and I ache. But I went for, like I say, I went for a walk this morning, which helped. But straight away, I got up and I had breakfast, had a cup of tea, and I was thinking, shall I take a couple of paracetamol to get rid of these aches? And I thought, no, I'll go for a walk. And that was the right thing to do. That was the right thing to do.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Take paracetamol, you only go start to feel sleepy.
Yeah.
That's the problem with them, but yeah.
Well, I can't get this leg out.
It's always good to get a walk up.
Yeah, get up and get a bit active. But like I say, mind, body, calm yoga. If anyone wants a nice little bit of yoga, check it out.
I can honestly say though, walking around the boot fair last week, didn't have time me out.
Yeah, well, you're out of the habit of doing it, aren't you? Nick mentioned that.
I forget about the habit of doing it. Yeah, it's just. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, Damien's saying about it's touch and go whether it might rain. Yeah, we've got a rain forecast, I think. So, oh well.
Saturday, yeah, thunderstorm in the afternoon, yeah.
I mentioned this. I forget what channel I was on, but I was thinking, yeah, I've had 9 months without a boot fair. Wouldn't it just be typical?
Oh yeah, I think I remember you. Yeah.
If he starts chucking it down for the next 6 months until Christmas.
6 months, yeah. Oh,
and then we have another lockdown like next Easter.
Yeah. You always get a heat wave at the wrong time.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Oh, Mr. Diggs is going live. Oh, cool. Let us know what time going out. I've got to pop to the post office, but I will either play it back on replay or. Always good to see what people are up to.
Yeah, of course, definitely. Always good, yeah. Oh dear.
Yes, I'm dismantling. All I'm doing here is dismantling Lego.
Yeah.
I did a Lego build on my channel. It's just when I was desperate for ideas during lockdown, I did my counting puzzle pieces. These are my low points on YouTube. So it's counting puzzle pieces. I know, yeah. Counting puzzle pieces and how to do it. Which is just like, well, some people liked it. Leanne liked it, I think. She sells a lot of puzzles, though. And then there was my dig in the pond, digging a hole.
You've got great reviews, though. I've got great reviews.
I know. Well, Leanne liked that as well.
One of your best videos.
I think Leanne's on my wavelength. She knows where it's at. And then I did a build in the Lego kit, but that Lego kit that I built live actually sold for 80 quid. So
oh yeah, nice.
It's not at all bad. It wasn't that big a kit. It went to the States. It was like it was a weird kind of like a Miami house thing, all pink and green and
Miami, yeah.
I think it was quite a rare kit or something, but yeah, the woman absolutely loved it.
Lego.
I organised sending it direct, and it went small parcel, and so she didn't have the GSP cost. So I managed to cut the postage cost by about a tenner for her, and she was absolutely thrilled with that. So
you good?
So yeah. Mr. Diggs has a channel. Yeah, everyone has a channel at the moment. Yeah, there is not enough hours in the day. I just watch everything double speed and then get a hell of a shock when I catch up and they go to yeah. When you've been watching Z for years on end at double speed, and then all of a sudden he goes on. Yeah, I'm listening to this RC part, and this part's this part, and you think, God, he's slow. There you go.
Yeah, I can resonate with Neil though, saying there's what was they saying there about the channels you can't keep up. Yeah, definitely Wi-Fi and all time. You just got to basically do what you've got to do during the day. If you're around to watch people, you're around, especially like in the evening. But
yeah, I'll try and do stay focused. So a lot of the time, I got caught without this the other day, but we'll have stuff on in the background. And Shell caught me out because she was saying I didn't know anything about Lexi's fact that she didn't eat potatoes. How would I know she doesn't eat potatoes? She's going on about her carb diet all the time on my channel. Don't you watch it? And I was going, well, I do watch. It's just I don't listen. So
yeah, I think she's about some sort of diet thing, keto or whatever it is. Yeah. I haven't really seen many of them.
It's so much. There's so much talk about carbs. It's like carbs. I got Lucy. Lucy's woken up and got out of bed. Good to see you, Lucy. Glad you could join us.
Talking about Lex, if you're into jewellery, she's live in half hour.
Well, we'll get off. What's the time now? I've got no idea.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I just have to come up on my phone. I haven't touched it. I just came up because I got some notifications sent. That's the other thing. If you have too many notifications set, say you're subscribed to 100 channels, whether it's reselling or non-reselling content or whatever, and you've got all the notifications popping up all the time, it can get very distracting. That's why I only have a certain amount set.
Yeah, when I'm working,
to come through.
Yeah, I'll put my phone away. My phone goes away, and I'll just work off like the PC. And sometimes I might have YouTube on in the background, but if I really want to focus, I'll close the window down, because you can always catch up. You can always watch back. There's no point.
That rabbit hole.
Yeah, it's easy to do as well. Not just reseller channels. I find myself, watching all sorts of rubbish. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I tell you, I was watching some bloke who solves like puzzle boxes, and I'm like, what am I doing? Watching this bloke, with this, but it's slightly addictive.
Well, addictive, yeah. To see what's what.
It's very easy to waste 10 minutes, but if you focused and like if I went in that room over there for 10 minutes and tidied up, I'd actually get a hell of a lot done. By just purely going, I'm on a mission. So there you go. Lexi's live at 11. Thanks, Kari. Is anyone else going live at the moment? Tell me when Shelley goes live, because I'll probably get off. She normally goes about 10:30, so she'll probably be on in a minute. So I'll
quite a lot. Hi Lucy, hi to everyone.
Just very quick to both of you. I just got my eBay invoice for the month of 146 quid. I wondered how much you guys paid, if you don't mind me asking. If you don't mind answering. I do mind answering, Lucy. That's an outrageous question. I will ban you from the channel. I don't know, to be honest.
No, I don't know off the top of my head.
It's more than that, though. It's probably around about 400, I think. But it varies so much because my sales vary. But
mine's probably around 100 something or whatever. I haven't checked recently. I
normally keep like a minimum amount in my pay, because it automatically pays through PayPal every month. So I keep a minimum amount in my PayPal. True, So when I'm creaming off PayPal, like then putting it into my bank account, I will take it down to like a set level, and I think, well, if the fees go over that'd be incredible. Because it's normally what I do.
Do you pay like just one fee, or do you do it weekly, or?
No, once a month. It's automated. It's automated on 60. I know a lot of people do pay it, but I don't do that.
Yeah, I used to do it like once a week, but I keep forgetting, so I just do it once.
Yeah, it's all. I get a little message saying, "No, it's due to come out on." I think it's the 16th. It comes out on. So
I get an email from it. Yeah.
But in terms of turnover,
I think mine normally comes out like first of every month.
Yeah.
Whereas it comes out, it's not fair enough. And then I go to PayPal, print the PayPal receipt, and done.
Yeah.
From your records.
But I'm definitely focusing on on listing at the moment, because my sales have probably gone down to around about 2/3 of what they were at the height of kind of lockdown. And there's only one way to get over that, is to get on and list it. Even if it stacks up.
List it. Yeah.
Obviously, I will be doing sales and I'll review my prices and everything, but I think listing is a focus at the moment, because I've started sourcing again. I've spent the last however many weeks it is sorting out Lego and sorting out bits of stock that have been hanging around. And it's changed my mindset, and I'm very focused on getting stuff in, getting stuff on. I do not want it hanging around. So yeah,
totally. Yeah, it's always a good mindset though, to get it on, get it sorted out, get it on, get it listed.
Yeah.
Done.
Well, it's like this week.
Move to the next thing.
I picked up stuff from the boot fair, and there was some stuff there that was broken. I had a tape machine that was broken. I had a PS2 that was caked in dust. The other bits and bobs that were broken, and I was like, okay, this is the stuff I'm going to deal with first. I'm going to mend this and list it, and then all that other stuff, which I think is fine, I can do afterwards. Like I've got a Mario Kart game, which I can see is in good condition. Once all the difficult stuff is on, Mario Kart photo on, on the shelf, and that will take like 10 minutes to list. So yeah. All right, Shelley's just started, so I think I'm going to go off now.
Okay,
if the 66 people watching can swamp Shell Staruni, her channel, and say, I've come over here because Pete recommended you, it would blow her mind. It should probably freak her out as well, which is really what I want to do. But yeah, Pete, thanks for joining me. Sub to Pete if you're not subbed. Obviously, everyone knows Peter Ray, but he's been doing lots of like stuff about the boot fairs, lots of live chats, lots of good content. Pete, much better than my old rubbish. All your good editing.
Fair enough.
But cheers for coming on, and I'll see you tomorrow. Probably do some filming tomorrow. Yeah. All right. Take care, mate.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
See you later.
Care.